It has already been a really busy day. We had some folks here that were conditioning our crawl space, so we got 2 inches of spray foam on the walls and a 10 mil poly on the ground. We'll show you guys that tomorrow after it airs out, but for today we are going to be finishing up our ceiling project from last week, and then once we are done with that, we can finally do the very last exterior project on the front of our house. I cannot wait for the whole front to be finished.
All right, Mama, board number 1. Make your color selection. Get this wrapped up next couple hours.
We have 1 row left and we are completely done with the ceiling. So the last row, of course, needs to be ripped down. So that row is going to take us a little bit longer, but we've probably got about 15 minutes left to work. Awesome.
There's water underneath just about every bridge I ever set my feet on. So I'd like to give the benefit of doubt to those I just can't get a read on.
Like it?
I love it. It turned out so awesome.
Yeah, looks good. That was quick, right?
Yeah, it makes this whole thing look completely different. Like, it makes it look thick.
It does. Thick, with 3 C's.
All right, tomorrow we're gonna get our actual project done.
Sounds good, Mom.
Came out as a melanoma. It says we do have 1 millimeter margin.
Malignant.
It is malignant, so it may spread. It may have spread the other parts. We don't know. We got it. If it does spread, there's nothing we're gonna do to stop it.
It has been 2 weeks since Kenji had his operation to remove some cancerous tumors that he had on his body, and a lot of you guys have been asking for updates on that. We actually had to take him for a post-op visit at the vet this morning, and we got a little bit of clarity on exactly what it is that we're dealing with.
Right, so they were correct. It is melanoma that Kenji has. We are not exactly sure what stage it's in, but it's more than just one spot, so you know, that's never good news. There are options for treating it, like chemotherapy and things like that, but he is 12 years old and we don't want to put him through that, and it's not going to prolong his life anyway, and it will just make him miserable. So Kenji has melanoma. We're not sure what stage. We did get all of it out with the tumor, the main tumor. It had clear margins, which means that they got all of it, which is very good news. But whether or not it comes back, we don't know. And then if it does come back, that's just something to watch for, because that's when it's not good.
Yeah, so again, he is 12 years old. He's an older dog. He's really old for the Shar-Pei breed, and we're not going to torture him.
No.
We're going to enjoy whatever time we have left with Kenji. We will continue to love on him and create memories with him. So
yeah, it's just not the best news, not what we wanted to hear, but it's what we were expecting to hear. So for now, he's comfortable, he's happy, he's hanging out, he's trying to get away from us. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of a late start after his appointment, but we're going to take him back in 2 weeks and he'll just have regular follow-ups.
even though we are getting a late start today because of the vet visit this morning, we want to take you guys back into the house and actually back under the house into the crawl space to show you what it is that we had done yesterday. So the crew that we had come in here yesterday got a bunch of 10 mil plastic put down on the exposed ground at the bottom of our crawl space in between all the strip footings that we had. They also got 2 inches of spray foam put up over all of the walls. However, you will notice that there's still some light coming in here. It's not completely dark, and that's because they didn't do a full encapsulation.
Right, so now we have the option of completely closing it off in the wintertime. In the fall and the spring, we can close those vents off with foam blocks that we can then remove in the summertime, because we do want some airflow, because we do have our furnace down here and some other things that could create condensation.
Yeah, I know full encapsulation has become a really popular option. I just don't like the idea of not having any kind of airflow through here just in case. I don't know, I guess mentally it just kind of hangs me up. So when we have to do it, I will cover all of the vents that we have exposed to the outside. And then in the meantime, like right now in the summer, even though it's really hot outside, it is so nice and cool down here. So we plan on using this space kind of like a root cellar.
But for now, we can store pretty much any kind of food down here.
Yeah, it's a great usable space.
So in the name of continued progress, we are finally going to complete our front gable end. Today, our goal is to get our Everlog siding up so that we aren't staring at a front green gable end anymore. These first couple pieces are by far going to be our most complicated pieces because it's where our bottom windows meet our top windows, and it's one piece of siding that needs to be notched top and bottom to look like one nice continual piece going all the way across. So it's going to be a lot of measuring, a lot of cutting, and probably a lot of time.
And a lot of swearing, Melissa. You forgot a lot of cussing and a lot of swearing.
No, Jeremy, no swearing. Hornet nest right there, right by my hand.
Oh, really?
Well, this totally sucks. The hornets have decided to make multiple nests under every single piece, so we're just gonna have to go piece by piece. Hope we don't get stung and try to knock these hornet nests off as we go. This one had 4 nests under it. Try to get like all this dirt and dust and cobwebs and stuff off from the winter.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. No one cared for you a smidge.
You don't live in an orphanage.
Just a poor Cinderella.
Well, it like flex.
Like how you sound like Michael Jackson, you get all nervous.
Woo! Ow!
No, that's my noise.
No, that's not what Michael
That's
Jackson.
me.
He says, hee hee.
Blanket! I just want the world to see Blanket!
May he rest in peace. Or rot in hell, either way.
Oh my god. Depends on what side you're on.
This next piece of siding that we're putting up, we're actually going to be cutting off our nailing flange, or I guess our screw flange in this case. So I'm attaching a 2x4. There's a little gap within the siding itself that'll overlap that 2x4, and then we're going to face screw this next piece on, at least in this little short section here.
Yeah.
Watch out, you're gonna wrong.
I'm so afraid. More, but there's no water.
Hot water. So we could warm it up a bit.
These first 2 pieces that I cut and we got stuck up there took way too long. We got a late start today. I think just for the sake of progress, with these 2 up, we're gonna work up between the windows. They're really easy pieces to deal with. Shouldn't take us long at all. We just realized that at this point of the video, you may be wondering to yourself why it is that Melissa and I both have patches. I have a couple on my legs that you might have seen earlier, and she has one
Ninja Turtle.
right there. It's because I'm a very supportive husband, and Melissa's trying to quit smoking, and
With a
I
Ninja
don't
Turtle
want her to
patch?
have to go through this by herself. No, what is the real reason that we have these things on?
They're bug patches. I found them on Instagram. It was one of those mommy vloggers made these. So we were getting completely annihilated by mosquitoes, but I actually have no idea whether or not these are working, but they sure look cool.
It seems like they work. Since we put them on yesterday, was it yesterday I
Yeah.
put these on?
I've
Actually,
only gotten like 12 more bug bites.
I slept with them on my legs overnight.
You did?
and
Those are the same ones from yesterday?
yeah, and so far today it's been okay, not so bad.
You know, thanks to you, everyone thinks I'm a super tall 51-year-old smoker.
I don't see what the problem is. What's up?
Painted all black, I'd come running. A distant love, a faded crashing. I lay it down. I never knew which way I was going.
While Jeremy gets a jump start on the siding this morning, I wanted to take a second to talk to you guys about the sponsor of today's video, Policy Genius. For me, life insurance was one of those things that I kept pushing off. I knew it was important for our family, but I kept putting it on the back burner. But the truth is, if you have anyone that depends on you financially, you need life insurance. It's that simple. Life insurance tends to get more expensive as we age, so I decided to stop putting it off and check out Policy Genius. I am so glad I did because it couldn't have been simpler. I found options that offered me coverage in as little as a week, and I was also able to avoid all those unnecessary medical exams. What I love about Policy Genius is it's actually an insurance comparison website, so it makes it easy to compare quotes from top companies all in one place, and they make sure that you're getting the best price. Getting started is actually super simple. Just click the link down in our description below or go to policygenius.com/GSL and answer a few quick questions about yourself. Their team of licensed experts will help you understand your options and ensure you apply for the right policy. Policy Genius works for you, not the insurance company, and they're on hand through the entire process. When you're ready to apply, the Policy Genius team will handle the paperwork and the scheduling for free. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. Just head to policygenius.com/GSL to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save.
This morning I came out a little early to get a head start, just to jump on all the complicated cuts that I have to work on today. Because we're working within our gabled end, pretty much every single cut is a angled cut, if not an angled cut, plus a series of notches, kind of like this piece here. It takes me quite a while to cut one piece, and to hopefully speed that process along, I came up with a little cardboard template that I'm going to be using for at least the angled cuts on either end of each plank. So we have a lot to do, and I am hoping to finish today because tomorrow's supposed to rain, and then we have a holiday coming up. So.
Tortilla chip? You're not on your special diet. He doesn't care.
I'm not having fun right now.
And because Jeremy is not having fun right now, I will talk to you instead. These pieces are super complicated, even more complicated than we thought, because we have so many different angles, and then the siding has so many different angles that it's not like cutting a flat piece. So we got that whole piece cut. It took Jeremy like 45 minutes. We went back and forth about 4 times with it. And once we finally got it into place, we realized that the face of it is about a ½ inch too narrow. So there really is no fixing that. So we now are starting completely over again from the start with that same piece.
It didn't fit. Back down. And now I'm really not having fun.
Now we're really not
seriously.
having fun. You like how you everything? It's gonna fit this time.
Breaks right now.
Oh my god.
We'd be done for the day. It did not fit.
It does not fit.
But we're close.
We're close.
I'm super duper not having fun. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Don't bang on it.
My goodness.
That's the first time that sound has been heard in my ears. And just like that, progress. It's nice just to get a couple pieces up for morale, but this is going to be a long project. We were kind of avoiding these gable ends because of all of the angles of the windows that we put in, but it does need to be done, and it does look really, really nice. Jeremy doesn't actually need my help, and it is a lot cooler here inside the house, so in order to stay productive, I decided that I am going to clean up our new floors. It was really dusty one day, and then super muddy another day when we were doing our flooring, and these floors are so dirty. And I haven't even really gotten to see the color of them right now. They just look dirty.
So today's been a really long day. I've actually been out here probably close to 8 hours now, and in that time, with the issues and frustrations that I've been having, I've gotten 6, 7, maybe 10 pieces of siding up. I'm struggling bad. That's not a good ratio. So I think I'm gonna just try to call it a day after this final piece, once this hopefully works out well, and then take a break. I need to step away from this for a bit. So we'll revisit this tomorrow. Busiest, most non-productive day ever. Sorry, Mama. I'm doing what I can.
Done for the day.
Just one of those days.
You need a beer.
Serious beer. In the shower.
So we're back inside for the evening. I've made this massive batch of fried rice. We've got this really yummy salad, strawberries and sweet peas and spinach and all kinds of lettuce from our garden. We are just going to sit down as a family, veg out, watch like 3 hours of Stranger Things, and tomorrow we are going to start over and have a better day. Today we have decided that we are just going to do what we can. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, so we need to make sure that our horses are feeling nice and secure, get them all geared up, and it's family day.
We're gonna do what we can. I am done making predictions as far as how long something's gonna take me to get completed. What I say originally, 2 days.
Yeah.
And this is day 3.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be another couple days realistically.
Yeah.
I'm doing swell. We are out of siding scraps, which is what we've been using since we just need little sections at a time, but we are out of those. We're having to dive back into the very last crate of siding that we have. However, we're noticing that as I slide this lid off, there are a ton of hornets and wasps that are flying out. So we're gonna dump this lid, and then anything I need to spray and get rid of, we'll deal with.
I see something. Oh, it's not so bad. Ah! They're so mad. Coda and Lex and our 2 horses have not jumped their fences in about 8 months, which is awesome because that was a really nasty habit. So about 30 days ago, we stopped locking them up at night because they haven't been jumping and we want to allow them that freedom to wander around. But tomorrow we are expecting thunderstorms on top of the 4th of July excitement. And of course, horses don't really know what's going on when there's fireworks going off all around them, which this town, there's going to be fireworks going off all around them. So we want to make sure that we are not chasing them down the highway in the middle of the night tomorrow. So we're going to get their stalls all nice and ready for them and make sure that they're locked up really early tomorrow with lots of food and water, some magnesium to calm their nerves, and hopefully all goes well. They did really great on New Year's. It didn't seem to bother them too bad, but I just don't want to take any risks with them.
Look outside, painted skies, here comes the light. It's in your eyes, and it pulls the ocean.
That's a good boy. Did you scare the thunder away? Did you scare that thunder away?
These skies are looking mighty unpredictable. The storm is either going to miss us completely or we are going to get dumped on.
As much of a pain as working under this overhang has been, it's really nice when we get storms like this. Remember last year when we were working in the spring, getting all the flooring done, and when we were working on the septic, we had thunderstorms rolling through?
I do.
And we were just outside and exposed to the wind and the rain.
We had to run to the pump house.
Hail. Yeah, we had to seek shelter in the pump house and ride it out. Look at this. Now we get to just hit pause, step under here, wait for things to clear up, and then we're back to how far we've come.
Feel us. playing on repeat.
That is a giant wish puff. No,
I'm not gonna do this.
that doesn't even look real.
Scurry.
Oh no. This weather is seriously crazy. This does not feel like July. And tomorrow, for the 4th of July, it's supposed to be all day thunderstorms and like an inch of rain, but we make the most of it.
So here's the situation. It's now 5 p.m. We have a new thunderstorm that's rolling through, and it's not supposed to stop for the next few hours. Because it's later in the day, I'm really tired, even though I am very happy with the progress that I finally was able to make today. Made a massive leap today.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it a day, call it an evening. I'm gonna pick this up early tomorrow morning, get as much done. Here's that lightning and thunder I was talking about. I'm gonna get as much done as I can tomorrow morning, even though the weather is supposed to be kind of cruddy again tomorrow. Let's make dinner. We're gonna call it an evening. This isn't safe.
We couldn't quite put our finger on what was wrong this week. Maybe it was the news that we received about Kenji, or maybe it was just an off day. But either way, we're learning that the road to freedom has never been a smooth one. It's the whole concept of if you want something that you've never had, then you must be willing to do something that you've never done. It's okay to fall. In fact, you're going to fall. And it's okay to just lay there in that mess for a minute. But then you have to get up, tell yourself to get over it, and get back at it. And Jeremy did get back at it. And he finished the entire project before it was time to celebrate one of our favorite nights of the year. There is just something special about the 4th of July. This day reminds us of the spirit of our country, the courage and the grit that has allowed us to live this dream, to choose to struggle, to create, to risk it all in search of something better. As Harry Truman said, America was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination. I'm not sure how great we are at all of that, but we're thankful that we have the opportunity to try, to decide for ourselves to change our path, to strive for something that once felt impossible, and to have that freedom to mess it all up, to get up and to try and to try and to try again.
Oh, it's a big boy. Oh my god!